Close your eyes, imagine the rich aroma of freshly brewed coffee. It fills your senses, awakening you from slumber. This beloved beverage, enjoyed by millions worldwide, has a fascinating history. It's a journey that spans continents and centuries. Coffee in its earliest form was a far cry from the sophisticated blends we savor today. It began as a simple discovery. People noticed the energizing effects of coffee beans. This sparked a global phenomenon. The story of coffee is a testament to human curiosity. It highlights our desire for connection and new experiences. From ancient rituals to modern-day coffee breaks, this beverage has shaped social interactions for generations. Coffee's journey from its origins to your cup is a tale of trade and exploration. It's a story about the interconnectedness of cultures. It all started in the highlands of Ethiopia. There, coffee beans were first discovered and cherished. Traders and travelers carried coffee beans across continents. They introduced the beverage to new lands, and coffee's popularity exploded. It quickly became a global commodity. The coffee trade had a profound impact on the world. It shaped economies, fueled colonization, and influenced social customs. From bustling coffee houses in Europe to vast coffee plantations in South America, the demand for coffee transformed landscapes and livelihoods. More than just a drink, coffee is a cultural phenomenon. It has inspired art, literature, and music. Coffee houses have served as hubs for intellectual discourse, social gatherings, and revolutionary ideas. Coffee rituals vary widely across cultures. From the elaborate coffee ceremonies of Ethiopia to the quick espresso breaks of Italy, each tradition reflects unique customs and values. Coffee continues to fascinate and unite us. It's a beverage that transcends borders and brings people together. Whether you prefer a simple cup of black coffee or an elaborate latte art creation, you are part of a global community that shares a passion for this beloved brew. Our journey begins in Ethiopia, a landlocked country in East Africa. Here, nestled amongst the lush highlands, coffee beans were first discovered. For centuries, coffee thrived in the wild, its potential as a beverage yet to be unlocked. The exact circumstances of coffee's discovery are shrouded in mystery and folklore. Yet one thing is certain: Ethiopia is the birthplace of this beloved beverage. The country's diverse climates and fertile soils provide the perfect conditions for coffee cultivation. Even today, Ethiopia remains a significant player in the global coffee market. It's renowned for its high-quality Arabica beans, prized for their rich flavor and aroma. The country's coffee culture is deeply rooted in its history and traditions. Legends abound about coffee's discovery in Ethiopia. One popular tale tells of a goat herder named Kaldi. He noticed his goats behaving unusually frisky after nibbling on the bright red berries of a certain tree. Intrigued, Kaldi decided to try the berries himself. He experienced a surge of energy and alertness. Excited by his discovery, Kaldi rushed to share the berries with a local monk. The monk, initially skeptical, threw the berries into a fire. To his surprise, the roasting beans released an intoxicating aroma. Intrigued, the monk retrieved the beans, ground them, and steeped them in hot water. Thus, according to legend, the first cup of coffee was born. From its origins in Ethiopia, coffee beans made their way across the Red Sea to Yemen. This journey marked a pivotal moment in coffee's history, setting the stage for its global expansion. Yemeni traders traveling along ancient trade routes brought coffee beans to their homeland. The beans found a welcoming environment in Yemen's mountainous regions, which mirrored the ideal growing conditions of Ethiopia. Yemen quickly embraced coffee cultivation. Yemeni farmers developed sophisticated techniques for growing, harvesting, and processing coffee beans. They perfected the art of roasting coffee, transforming the raw beans into the aromatic beverage we know today. In Yemen, coffee found a special place in Sufi monasteries. Sufi Muslims, known for their mystical practices and emphasis on spiritual enlightenment, embraced coffee for its stimulating properties. Sufi monks used coffee to stay awake during their long hours of prayer and meditation. They believed that coffee enhanced their focus and helped them achieve a heightened state of awareness. Coffee became an integral part of Sufi rituals and ceremonies. It was often consumed communally, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose among the monks. The Sufi tradition played a crucial role in popularizing coffee throughout Yemen and beyond. Section 5. Coffee spreads from Mocha to Mecca. From the port city of Mocha, Yemen, coffee's fame spread far and wide. Mocha became synonymous with coffee, its name forever etched in the history of this beloved beverage. Traders and travelers, captivated by coffee's aroma and invigorating effects, carried the beans across the Arabian Peninsula. Coffee reached Mecca, the holiest city in Islam, further solidifying its significance in the Muslim world. Coffee houses, known as kahve-khane, sprang up across the Middle East. These vibrant social hubs provided a space for people from all walks of life to gather, socialize, and engage in lively discussions over cups of coffee. Section 1. Coffee reaches the Levant. By the early 16th century, coffee had crossed the Arabian Peninsula, arriving in the Levant, a region in the eastern Mediterranean encompassing modern-day Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Palestine. This region, a crossroads of trade and culture, played a pivotal role in coffee's journey westward. The Levant, with its bustling cities and cosmopolitan atmosphere, provided fertile ground for coffee's growth in popularity. Coffee houses, already a fixture in Yemen and the Arabian Peninsula, began to emerge in cities like Damascus, Aleppo, and Cairo. These early coffee houses, often simple and unadorned, became vibrant social hubs. People from all walks of life, from merchants and scholars to artisans and travelers, gathered to savor the aromatic brew, exchange news, and engage in lively discussions. Section 2. Controversy and debate. Is coffee halal? Coffee's arrival in the Levant was not without its controversies. The beverage's stimulating effects and its growing popularity sparked debates among religious scholars and authorities. The central question: was coffee permissible under Islamic law? Some scholars argued that coffee's stimulating properties were intoxicating, akin to alcohol, which is strictly forbidden in Islam. They pointed to coffee's ability to alter mood and induce wakefulness as evidence of its potential to lead to immoral behavior. Others countered that coffee, unlike alcohol, did not impair judgment or lead to intoxication. They argued that its consumption was permissible, even beneficial, as it promoted alertness and facilitated spiritual reflection. The debate over coffee's permissibility raged for years, reflecting broader societal anxieties about the rapid social and cultural changes sweeping the region. Section 3. Coffee houses, centers of social life and debate. Despite the controversies, coffee houses flourished in the Levant. They became more than just places to enjoy a beverage. They evolved into vibrant centers of social life, intellectual discourse, and political debate. Coffee houses provided a space for people from diverse backgrounds to gather and interact. Merchants discussed trade, scholars debated philosophy and religion, and storytellers captivated audiences with tales from distant lands. The lively atmosphere of coffee houses, fueled by caffeine and animated conversations, sometimes attracted the attention of authorities. Governments, wary of the potential for dissent and unrest, occasionally sought to regulate or even suppress coffee houses, viewing them as potential breeding grounds for sedition. Section 4. The Ottoman Empire embraces coffee. The Ottoman Empire, a vast and powerful realm that encompassed much of the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Eastern Europe, played a pivotal role in coffee's global journey. The Ottomans embraced coffee with enthusiasm, integrating it into their culture and society. Coffee reached the Ottoman capital, Constantinople, present-day Istanbul, in the mid-16th century. It quickly captivated the city's inhabitants, from the Sultan and his court to ordinary citizens. Coffee houses, known as kahvehane, proliferated across Constantinople, becoming an integral part of the city's social fabric. The Ottoman Empire's vast trade networks facilitated the spread of coffee throughout its domains and beyond. Coffee beans flowed from Yemen and the Levant to Constantinople, where they were roasted, ground, and brewed to perfection. From there, coffee traveled along Ottoman trade routes, reaching new consumers in Europe and Asia. Coffee arrives in Europe. The aromatic allure of coffee reached Europe. European travelers encountered this exotic beverage in Ottoman coffee houses. Intrigued, they brought coffee beans back, igniting a passion across the continent. Initially, coffee faced resistance, viewed with suspicion. However, its aroma and effects proved irresistible. Coffee transitioned from a curiosity to a cherished beverage. It stimulated minds and fostered lively discourse. Venice, a vibrant center of trade and culture, played a pivotal role in introducing coffee to Europe. Venetian merchants, with their extensive trade networks spanning the Mediterranean and beyond, were among the first Europeans to import coffee beans from the Ottoman Empire. Coffee quickly captivated the Venetian elite, who savored its exotic flavor and stimulating effects. The first coffee house in Europe opened its doors in Venice in 1645, marking a pivotal moment in coffee's European journey. Known as Botteghe del Caffè, these early Italian coffee houses provided a unique and inviting space for Venetians to gather, socialize, and enjoy the novel beverage. Coffee houses soon proliferated across Venice, becoming integral to the city's social fabric. Venetian coffee houses, unlike their Ottoman counterparts, often featured elegant decor, reflecting Venice's reputation for artistry and refinement. They became gathering places for intellectuals, artists, merchants, and noblemen, fostering a vibrant exchange of ideas and information. Coffee, with its ability to stimulate the mind and enhance conversation, fueled lively discussions on topics ranging from art and literature to politics and commerce. Following its arrival in Venice, coffee spread rapidly throughout Europe, captivating taste buds and transforming social customs. Coffee houses, inspired by the Venetian model, sprang up in cities across the continent, from the bustling streets of London to the grand boulevards of Paris and the elegant squares of Vienna. Each city added its unique flavor to the coffeehouse culture, adapting it to local customs and preferences. In England, coffeehouses became known as penny universities, a testament to their role as accessible centers of learning and debate. Patrons could purchase a cup of coffee for a penny and engage in stimulating conversations on a wide range of topics. Coffee houses became popular meeting places for merchants, intellectuals, writers, and politicians, fostering a vibrant public sphere where ideas were debated and news was disseminated. In France, coffee houses known as cafés became synonymous with intellectual life and artistic expression. Cafés attracted philosophers, writers, artists, and revolutionaries who gathered to debate Enlightenment ideals, compose masterpieces, and plot political change. The Café Procope in Paris, established in 1686, became a legendary haunt for luminaries such as Voltaire, Rousseau, and Diderot, solidifying the café's status as a hub of intellectual ferment. The rise of coffee houses in Europe coincided with the Enlightenment, a transformative period of intellectual and philosophical awakening that swept across the continent in the 17th and 18th centuries. Coffee houses, with their stimulating atmosphere and diverse clientele, became fertile ground for Enlightenment ideals, fostering debate, critical thinking, and the exchange of knowledge. Coffee, with its ability to enhance alertness and focus, became the beverage of choice for Enlightenment thinkers, fueling countless hours of writing, debate, and philosophical inquiry. Coffee houses provided a space where individuals from diverse backgrounds, social classes, and professions could gather as equals, united by their thirst for knowledge and their passion for engaging in reasoned discourse. The open and egalitarian atmosphere of coffee houses challenged the traditional hierarchies of knowledge and power. In coffee houses, a philosopher could debate a merchant, a writer could engage a politician, and a scientist could share discoveries with an artist. This free exchange of ideas, fueled by caffeine and a shared passion for knowledge, contributed to the intellectual ferment that characterized the Enlightenment. Section 5. The allure of the coffee house, a social microcosm. Beyond their role as centers of intellectual discourse, European coffee houses evolved into vibrant social microcosms, reflecting the diverse communities they served. They became places where people from all walks of life could gather, socialize, exchange news, conduct business, and engage in a wide range of leisure activities. Coffee houses provided a neutral ground, a space apart from the home, the workplace, and the tavern, where social barriers were relaxed and individuals could interact freely. They served as informal clubs, meeting places for guilds, and gathering spots for literary societies, chess clubs, and other social groups. The allure of the coffee house lay not only in the stimulating beverage, but also in the vibrant atmosphere and the opportunity it provided for social interaction and entertainment. Coffee houses often featured live music, poetry readings, theatrical performances, and games of chance, providing patrons with a welcome respite from the rigors of daily life. Section 1. The transatlantic voyage. Coffee takes root in the Americas. The allure of coffee captivated Europe and soon extended to the New World. European colonists introduced coffee to the Americas, where it found fertile ground. The arrival of coffee marked a new chapter, transforming landscapes and societies. The first coffee plants arrived in the early 18th century. The Caribbean islands proved particularly conducive to coffee cultivation. Coffee plantations, worked by enslaved Africans, soon dotted the islands. Section 2. From Martinique to Mexico. The Caribbean coffee expansion. Martinique, a French colony, played a pivotal role in establishing coffee as a major New World crop. In 1720, Gabriel de Clure obtained a coffee seedling from Paris. He embarked on a perilous journey to Martinique, nurturing the plant. The seedling thrived in Martinique's tropical climate. Coffee transformed Martinique's economy and spread to neighboring islands. Section 3. Saint-Domingue, Rise and Fall of a Coffee Empire. The French colony of Saint-Domingue, known as the Pearl of the Antilles, emerged as a coffee powerhouse in the 18th century. Blessed with a near-perfect climate for coffee cultivation, Saint-Domingue's plantations produced vast quantities of high-quality beans, satisfying a significant portion of Europe's coffee demand. By the late 18th century, Saint-Domingue's coffee production had reached astonishing levels. The colony supplied nearly half of the world's coffee, its economy thriving on the backs of enslaved Africans who endured brutal conditions on the plantations. Coffee's dominance in Saint-Domingue, however, was short-lived. The Haitian Revolution, a slave rebellion that erupted in 1791, shattered the colony's fragile prosperity. The Haitian Revolution, a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who fought for freedom, had a profound impact on the global coffee trade. Saint-Domingue's coffee production plummeted as plantations were destroyed and the colony's social order collapsed. The revolution sent shockwaves throughout the Americas, inspiring hope for enslaved people, but also instilling fear in the hearts of slaveholders who recognized the fragility of their own systems of oppression. Section 4. Brazil's ascendancy, a coffee colossus emerges. As coffee production in Saint-Domingue crumbled amidst revolution, a new coffee giant emerged in South America, Brazil. Portuguese colonists, having experimented with coffee cultivation in the 18th century, recognized the vast potential of Brazil's fertile lands and favorable climate for producing this valuable crop. Coffee plantations, carved out of the Brazilian rainforest, soon proliferated, transforming the nation's economy and landscape. By the mid-19th century, Brazil had become the world's leading coffee producer, a position it has maintained to this day. Brazil's rise to coffee dominance was fueled by a combination of factors, including vast tracts of suitable land, a favorable climate, and the availability of a large, albeit exploited, labor force. Coffee production in Brazil, initially reliant on enslaved Africans, transitioned to a system of indentured servitude following the abolition of slavery in 1888. Brazil's coffee industry, while a boon to the nation's economy, came at a steep environmental cost. Vast swaths of rainforest were cleared to make way for coffee plantations, leading to deforestation, habitat loss, and soil erosion. The demand for cheap labor also fueled social inequalities and exploitation, as workers on coffee plantations often endured harsh conditions and low wages. The linguistic journey of coffee. The word coffee, tracing back to the Middle East, has traveled across continents, evolving through different cultures and languages. Originating from the Arabic word kahwa, initially used for wine, it reflects the beverage's dark color and stimulating effect. From Yemen to the Ottoman Empire, kahwa became kave, spreading through trade and cultural exchange. European travelers adopted kave, adapting it to their languages, spreading the term worldwide. From its Ottoman Turkish roots, kave continued its linguistic journey westward, arriving in Europe alongside the increasingly popular coffee beans. The word, like a chameleon adapting to its surroundings, underwent further transformations as it was incorporated into various European languages, each adding its unique linguistic flair. In Italy, a nation renowned for its coffee culture, cave morphed into café, a term that evokes the aroma and sophistication of Italian espresso. From Italy, café spread to France, where it became café, retaining its elegant Italian pronunciation. The French, renowned for their culinary prowess, embraced coffee with gusto, their cafes becoming synonymous with intellectual life, artistic expression, and social gatherings. The English word coffee, reflecting the influence of maritime trade, took a slightly different route. English merchants, actively involved in the coffee trade, borrowed the word from the Dutch koffie, a testament to the Netherlands' prominent role in global commerce during the 17th and 18th centuries. The Dutch coffee, in turn, derived from the Ottoman Turkish kahve, completing the word's transcontinental journey. While the etymology of coffee reveals a fascinating tale of linguistic and cultural exchange, exploring the genetic origins of this beloved beverage takes us deep into the heart of Africa to the ancient forests of Ethiopia, where coffee plants first evolved and diversified. Genetic studies have shed light on the evolutionary history of coffee, revealing its journey from wild ancestor to globally cultivated crop. Section 4, Arabica and beyond, the diversity of coffee species. Coffee Arabica, the most widely cultivated coffee species, traces its roots back to Ethiopia. Arabica beans are prized for their smooth, aromatic flavor. Coffee Canephora or Robusta is known for its bold flavor and higher caffeine content. Robusta plants are more disease-resistant and thrive in warmer climates. Beyond Arabica and Robusta, a world of coffee diversity awaits exploration. Lesser-known species like Coffee Liberica and Coffee Excelsa offer unique flavors. These species hold valuable genetic diversity for the resilience of the coffee industry. From its humble origins in the Ethiopian highlands to its ubiquitous presence in homes, cafes, and offices worldwide, coffee has captivated humanity for centuries. Its appeal lies in its ability to foster social connections, inspire creativity, and provide a comforting ritual. The simple act of savoring a cup of coffee can be a sensory experience, a moment of quiet contemplation amidst the daily grind. Coffee's journey from ancient Ethiopian forests to global commodity is a testament to human ingenuity, cultural exchange, and our enduring fascination with this remarkable beverage. Along its journey, coffee has shaped economies, fueled revolutions, and inspired countless works of art, literature, and music. Its legacy is a rich and complex tapestry, woven from threads of innovation, exploitation, and cultural fusion. The coffee trade, while a boon to many economies, has also left a dark legacy of colonialism, slavery, and environmental degradation. The demand for cheap coffee in Europe and North America fueled the forced migration of millions of Africans to work on plantations in the Americas, where they endured brutal conditions and inhumane treatment. Even today, the coffee industry grapples with issues of fair trade, labor rights, and environmental sustainability. Despite its troubled past, coffee continues to evolve, driven by innovation, a growing appreciation for sustainability, and a relentless pursuit of the perfect cup. Coffee farmers, scientists, and entrepreneurs are working together to develop sustainable farming practices, explore new varieties and processing methods, and create innovative brewing techniques that enhance coffee's flavor and aroma while minimizing its environmental impact. As we look ahead to the future of coffee, sustainability emerges as a paramount concern. Climate change poses a significant threat to coffee production. Rising temperatures, droughts, and pests are impacting coffee yields and quality. Addressing these challenges requires environmental stewardship and social responsibility. Sustainable practices like shade-grown coffee and water conservation can help. Innovation in cultivation and consumption will shape coffee's future. Scientists are developing new coffee varieties resistant to climate change.